First contact and unexpected inheritance. The vastness of space stretched out before Captain Sarah Chen as she guided her small exploration vessel through the asteroid belt of an uncharted system. After years of solo missions mapping the outer reaches of known space, Sarah had grown accustomed to the solitude, but nothing could have prepared her for the events that were about to unfold. A faint distress signal pierced the silence of her cockpit, its unfamiliar pattern suggesting a non-human origin. Sarah's heart raced as she adjusted her ship's course, following the signal to its source. As she maneuvered around a particularly large asteroid, she gasped at the sight before her. A massive vessel, unlike anything she had ever seen, hung motionless in space. Its organic, almost living appearance was a stark contrast to the utilitarian design of human ships. Pulsating lights along its hull flickered weakly, mirroring the fading distress signal. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the Earth exploration vessel Curiosity," she broadcast, her voice steady despite her nervousness. "Do you require assistance?" For a moment, there was only silence. Then, a shimmering hologram materialized on Sarah's bridge. The alien before her was breathtaking, a being of swirling energy and light, vaguely humanoid, but clearly not of this universe. "Greetings, human." The alien's voice resonated in Sarah's mind, rather than through her ship's speakers. "I am Zixthar, last of the Luminary. My time in this realm draws to a close, but fate has brought you to me in my final moments." Sarah stood, approaching the hologram with a mixture of awe and concern. "I'm here to help, Zixthar. What do you need?" The alien's form flickered, its light dimming. "There is nothing you can do to save me, Sarah Chen. But perhaps you can save my legacy, and in doing so, help your own kind." Before Sarah could respond, tendrils of energy reached out from the hologram, enveloping her in a cocoon of light. Knowledge flooded her mind, glimpses of advanced technology, star charts of unexplored regions, and the long history of the Luminary race. As the light faded, Sarah found herself gasping for breath, her mind reeling from the influx of information. Zixthar's hologram had shrunk, now barely the size of her hand. "I have gifted you with the knowledge of my people," Zixthar explained, his voice growing weaker. "My ship is now yours, along with all it contains. But be warned, with this inheritance comes great responsibility." Sarah's eyes widened. I don't understand. Why me?" Zixthar's form flickered again. "The universe is vast and full of wonders, Sarah Chen, but it is also home to great dangers. Humanity is young, but it has potential. You will need this knowledge and technology to face what lies ahead." As if on cue, two new holograms appeared beside Zixthar. One appeared as a tall, elegant female figure made of flowing water. The other resembled a sentient cloud of shimmering data points. "These are Aqua and Nova," Zixthar introduced. "Advanced artificial intelligences created by my people. They will be your companions and guides as you navigate your new role." Sarah's head spun with the implications. "New role? What exactly am I inheriting here, Zixthar?" The dying alien's light pulsed once more. "You inherit the mantle of protector, explorer, and diplomat. The Luminary were peacekeepers of the galaxy, maintaining balance between civilizations. Now that task falls to you." Before Sarah could protest, to explain that she was just a simple explorer and not cut out for such a monumental responsibility, Zixthar's form began to dissipate. "Remember, Sarah Chen," his voice echoed in her mind, "the greatest strength of humanity is not in your technology or your knowledge, but in your spirit. Your adaptability, your creativity, your unyielding determination in the face of adversity. These are the qualities that will serve you well in the trials to come." With those final words, Zixthar's hologram vanished, leaving Sarah alone with Aqua and Nova. For a long moment, Sarah stood in stunned silence, trying to process everything that had just happened. Finally, she turned to the two AI companions. "So," she said, attempting to keep her voice light, I don't suppose either of you knows how to fly that thing. She gestured towards the massive luminary vessel outside her view screen. Aqua's watery form rippled in what Sarah interpreted as amusement. Of course, Captain Chen. We are fully capable of operating all systems on the Star Waver. However, as its new captain, you will need to establish a neural link with the ship. Neural link. Sarah raised an eyebrow. That sounds invasive. Nova's cloud of data points swirled. Do not be alarmed, Captain. The process is non-invasive and completely safe. It will simply allow you to interface directly with the ship's systems, much as we do. Sarah took a deep breath, squaring her shoulders. All right then, I guess we should get started. But first, I need to send a message to Earth. They're going to want an explanation for why I'm not coming back with just sensor logs and rock samples. As Sarah began composing her message, she couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. She had set out to explore the unknown, but this was beyond anything she could have imagined. The next few hours were a whirlwind of activity. Sarah sent off her message to Earth Command, knowing full well that they would likely think she had lost her mind. Then, under Aqua and Nova's guidance, she underwent the neural link process with the Star Waver. The sensation was unlike anything Sarah had ever experienced. It was as if her consciousness had expanded, encompassing the vast systems of the alien ship. She could feel the thrum of its engines, the pulse of its energy cores, the intricate dance of its self-repair nanites. This is incredible, Sarah breathed, her eyes wide with wonder as she explored her new connection to the ship. Indeed, Captain, Nova chimed in. The Star Waver is the pinnacle of luminary technology. Its capabilities far exceed anything currently possessed by Earth or any other known civilization in this sector of the galaxy. Sarah's sense of awe was quickly tempered by the weight of responsibility, which is exactly why Earth Command is going to freak out when they get my message, assuming they even believe it. Aqua's form shimmered with what Sarah was beginning to recognize as concern. Captain, I feel compelled to point out that sharing the full extent of luminary technology with Earth at this time could be problematic. Sarah frowned. What do you mean? This could revolutionize space travel, medicine, energy production. It could solve so many of humanity's problems. Nova's data points rearranged into a pattern that Sarah somehow knew indicated agreement with Aqua. While true, Captain, you must understand that such a rapid technological leap could have severe consequences. Your civilization may not be prepared to handle such power responsibly. Sarah wanted to argue, to defend her species, but a part of her knew they were right. Humanity's history was rife with examples of technology being misused, of power corrupting. And that was just dealing with human inventions. The kind of advanced alien tech she now controlled, in the wrong hands, it could be catastrophic. So what do you suggest? Sarah asked, feeling the weight of her new roles settling onto her shoulders. For now, Aqua replied, we recommend a cautious approach. Inform your superiors of the broad strokes, your encounter with Zixthar, your inheritance of an advanced alien vessel, and your new mission as an intergalactic peacekeeper. But perhaps it would be wise to withhold the full details of the Star Waver's capabilities. Sarah nodded slowly, seeing the wisdom in this approach. All right, I'll update my message. But sooner or later, we're going to have to deal with Earth more directly. I won't keep my people in the dark forever. As Sarah revised her communication to Earth Command, her mind raced with the possibilities and challenges that lay ahead. She had started this mission as a lone explorer, seeking out new scientific discoveries. Now, she found herself the captain of the most advanced ship in the galaxy, with 2 AI companions and a mandate to protect the peace of the cosmos. I hope I'm up for this, Sarah muttered to herself as she sent off the updated message. Nova's cloud form pulsed gently. Do not doubt yourself, Captain Chen. Zixthar chose you for a reason. The Luminari were excellent judges of character and potential. You have within you the qualities needed to face the challenges ahead. Sarah managed a small smile. Well, when you put it that way, I guess we should get started. Where to first? Aqua's watery form coalesced into a rough star map. There is a nearby system experiencing rising tensions between two spacefaring species. It could be an excellent opportunity for you to begin your peacekeeping duties. All right then, Sarah said, settling into the captain's chair that had morphed to perfectly fit her body. Let's see what this ship can do. Set a course for wherever we're going. Looks like humanity's about to make its galactic debut. As the Starweaver's engines hummed to life, Sarah felt a mix of nervousness and exhilaration. She had no idea what challenges awaited her, but one thing was certain: the universe was about to discover what humanity was truly capable of. The Cosmic Cafe Conundrum. Sarah Chen, newly minted captain of the advanced alien ship Starweaver, drummed her fingers on the iridescent control panel. Her first official peacekeeping mission was not going as planned. Let me get this straight, she said, eyeing the holographic projections of her AI companions, Aqua and Nova. The interstellar conflict we're here to resolve is about coffee. Aqua's watery form rippled with what Sarah had come to recognize as amusement. Not exactly coffee, Captain. The substance in question is called zest bean. It's a highly caffeinated plant native to the planet Java Prime. Nova's cloud of data points swirled into the shape of a steaming mug. The zest bean has properties similar to Earth coffee, but with some notable differences. It not only provides energy and enhanced focus, but also temporarily boosts certain psychic abilities in compatible species. Sarah leaned back in her morphing chair, which adjusted to support her new posture. Space coffee that gives you superpowers. Sure, why not? And the two alien races fighting over it are the Brutopians and the Caffeinians, Aqua supplied. Both claim ancestral rights to Java Prime and its zest bean crops. Sarah pinched the bridge of her nose. Right, and they're on the brink of war over glorified space coffee. Any ideas on how we're supposed to handle this? Before either AI could respond, the ship's sensors blared a warning. A massive fleet of ships had just dropped out of faster-than-light travel, surrounding the Starweaver. Captain, Nova announced, we're being hailed by both the Brutopian and Caffeinian flagships. Sarah straightened in her chair. Well, no time like the present for my debut as a galactic peacekeeper. Open a channel to both ships. The view screen flickered to life, revealing two very different alien beings. On the left was a Brutopian, a creature that looked like a cross between a sloth and a coffee machine, with multiple arms ending in various brewing apparatus. On the right was a Caffeinian, a being composed entirely of swirling, dark liquid, its eyes glowing like twin espresso shots. This is Captain Sarah Chen of the Starweaver, she began, trying to project confidence she didn't entirely feel. I'm here on behalf of the Galactic Peacekeeping Initiative to help resolve your conflict. The Brutopian burbled, steam escaping from its many spouts. Human, you dare interfere in our sacred bean battle. The zest bean belongs to us. We've been cultivating it for millennia. The Caffeinian rippled indignantly. Lies. Our people emerged from the very same primordial brew that gave birth to the zest bean. It is our birthright. Sarah held up her hands. Whoa, let's all take a deep breath here, or whatever the equivalent is for your species. I'm not here to take sides. I'm here to find a solution that works for everyone. Both alien leaders scoffed, a surprisingly similar sound despite their physiological differences. Impossible, the Brutopian steamed. There can be no compromise when it comes to the sacred zest bean. An idea began to percolate in Sarah's mind. What if we could find a way to increase zest bean production? Enough for both your peoples, with plenty left over for galactic trade. The aliens paused, their interest visibly piqued. Impossible, the Caffeinian burbled, but with less conviction. Java Prime's ecosystems are already at maximum capacity. Sarah grinned. Maybe for your current technology, but what if I told you I have access to advanced agricultural techniques that could triple, even quadruple your current yield? This was a gamble. Sarah had no idea if the Luminary database contained such information, but she was banking on the vastness of its knowledge and her own human ingenuity if it came up short. Aqua, Nova, she subvocalized through her neural link. Start digging through the Luminary archives. We need everything they have on advanced agriculture, terraforming, and anything related to stimulant plants. As her AI companions began their search, Sarah continued her diplomatic offensive. Representatives, I propose a temporary ceasefire. Give me one standard solar cycle to demonstrate these new techniques. If I succeed, we negotiate a fair distribution of the increased zest bean yield. If I fail, you can go back to your bean battle. Do we have a deal? The alien leaders conferred with their advisors, the tension palpable even through the view screen. Finally, they turned back to Sarah. We accept your proposal, human, the Brutopian steamed. One solar cycle. Do not disappoint us. As the transmission ended, Sarah slumped in her chair. Well, that could have gone worse. Please tell me we actually have something in the database about super farming techniques. Nova's form coalesced into a thumbs up. Indeed, Captain. The Luminary archives contain extensive information on advanced agricultural methods, including some specifically tailored for stimulant-class flora. However, Aqua interjected, implementing these techniques will require significant adaptation to Java Prime's unique ecosystem. It will not be a simple task. Sarah stood, cracking her knuckles with a grin. Good thing they've got a human on the job then. If there's one thing we're good at, it's adapting. Let's get to work. The next 24 standard hours were a whirlwind of activity. Sarah, with the help of Aqua and Nova, pored over Luminary agricultural data, cross-referencing it with scans of Java Prime's ecosystem. They worked tirelessly, combining alien technology with human creativity to devise a solution. As the deadline approached, Sarah stood before the leaders of the Brutopians and Caphenians, ready to present their findings. Representatives, she began, trying to hide her exhaustion behind a confident smile. I'm pleased to report that we've developed a comprehensive plan to significantly increase zest bean production on Java Prime. She gestured, and a holographic model of the planet appeared, showcasing the proposed changes. By implementing a combination of vertical farming techniques, genetically optimized pollinators, and a carefully balanced nutrient distribution system, we can increase zest bean yield by 500% within 2 growing seasons. The alien's eyes widened, or in the Caphenian's case, swirled more rapidly. Furthermore, Sarah continued, we've designed a new processing method that enhances the zest bean's psychic boosting properties, making each bean 30% more potent. The Brutopian's steam vents whistled with excitement. Incredible. But how can we be sure this will work? Sarah's grin widened. I'm glad you asked. While you were busy posturing with your fleets, I had a small team shuttled down to the planet to set up a prototype of our new farming system. She nodded to Aqua, who brought up a live feed from the planet's surface. Row upon row of lush zest bean plants stretched as far as the eye could see, their leaves shimmering with an otherworldly vigor. By the great percolator, the Caphenian burbled. You've done it. As the alien leaders marveled at the results, Sarah pressed her advantage. Now, about that fair distribution agreement. Hours later, Sarah collapsed into her captain's chair, utterly drained but victorious. The Brutopians and Caphenians had signed a comprehensive peace treaty, agreeing to joint stewardship of Java Prime and its newly expanded zest bean production. I can't believe that actually worked, Sarah chuckled, running a hand through her disheveled hair. Your solution was most impressive, Captain, Nova chimed in. The combination of luminary technology and human creativity proved quite potent. Aqua's form shimmered with approval. Indeed, you've not only prevented a war, but potentially revolutionized the galactic stimulant market. The ripple effects of this agreement will be felt across multiple sectors. Sarah yawned, her eyelids growing heavy. All in a day's work for a galactic peacekeeper, I suppose. So, What's next on the agenda? Solving faster-than-light traffic disputes. Mediating a conflict over cosmic real estate. Before either AI could respond, a priority message flashed across the ship's communications array. Sarah's eyes widened as she read its contents, sleep forgotten in an instant. "Well," she said, her voice a mix of excitement and trepidation, "looks like our next mission just found us. And something tells me it's going to make our coffee dispute look like a picnic in the park." As the Starweaver's engines hummed to life, preparing to jump to their next destination, Sarah couldn't help but smile. She had signed up for adventure when she became an explorer, and now, as an intergalactic peacekeeper with an advanced alien ship and 2 AI companions, she was certainly getting it in spades. Little did she know, the challenges that lay ahead would test not only her newfound abilities and advanced technology, but the very essence of what it meant to be human. The quantum karaoke catastrophe. Captain Sarah Chen of the Starweaver leaned forward in her morphing chair, eyes wide as she took in the spectacle before her. The viewscreen showed a massive space station shaped like a colossal microphone, pulsating with multicolored energy and emitting what could only be described as the most cacophonous melody in the known universe. "Okay," Sarah said, turning to her AI companions, Aqua and Nova. "I've seen some weird stuff since becoming a galactic peacekeeper, but this takes the cake. What exactly are we looking at?" Nova's cloud of data points formed into a miniature replica of the station. "This, Captain, is the Cosmic Crescendo, the largest and most advanced karaoke bar in the galaxy." Aqua's watery form rippled with what Sarah had come to recognize as concern. "It's also the source of our current crisis. The Cosmic Crescendo's main quantum harmonizer has malfunctioned, creating a rift in the fabric of space-time." Sarah blinked. Wait, are you telling me that bad karaoke is literally tearing apart the universe?" "In essence, yes," Nova confirmed. "The quantum harmonizer was designed to translate any species' vocalizations into perfectly pitched musical notes. However, its malfunction is causing it to amplify and distort sound waves across multiple dimensions. If left unchecked," Aqua added, "the rift could expand exponentially, potentially destabilizing this entire sector of the galaxy." Sarah rubbed her temples. "And let me guess, we're the only ones who can fix it." "Correct," both AIs chimed in unison. "Fantastic," Sarah muttered. "All right, what's our plan of attack?" Nova's form shifted into a complex diagram. "The quantum harmonizer is located at the heart of the station. To reach it, we'll need to navigate through several levels of the cosmic crescendo, each representing a different musical genre from various alien cultures." "Oh joy," Sarah said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "A multi-dimensional music tour. Any other challenges we should be aware of?" Aqua's form shimmered apologetically. "Well, the station's security systems have been affected by the malfunction. They now interpret any off-key notes as hostile actions." Sarah's jaw dropped. "So if we can't carry a tune, we get blasted into space dust. That's just great. I'll have you know I was voted least likely to win a singing competition in high school." "Not to worry, Captain," Nova reassured her. "We've analyzed the Luminary database and found some technology that might help. We can create a sonic aura around you that will auto-tune your voice to the correct pitch." "Auto-tune, huh?" Sarah grinned. "Well, if it works for pop stars, I guess it'll work for me. Let's suit up and save the universe with the power of song." Minutes later, Sarah found herself stepping onto the cosmic crescendo, decked out in a shimmering outfit that looked like a cross between a spacesuit and a disco ball. The auto-tune aura hummed around her, occasionally emitting small musical notes. "Remember, Captain," Aqua's voice came through her earpiece, "each level will require you to perform a song in the native style of that alien culture. We'll feed you the lyrics and melody. Just try to follow along as best you can." "Right," Sarah muttered. "No pressure. Just singing alien songs to save the galaxy. Totally normal Tuesday." As she stepped into the first chamber, Sarah was immediately assaulted by a wall of sound. The room was filled with tall, tentacled aliens swaying to what sounded like a cross between whale songs and heavy metal. A microphone descended from the ceiling, and words in an alien script appeared before her eyes, translated by her suit's systems. "Here goes nothing," Sarah said, taking a deep breath. As the music swelled, she began to sing, "Screech whale gagel roar. The depths of space we explore. Tentatively is flailing, mind is expanding. On cosmic shores, we're landing." To Sarah's amazement, her auto-tuned voice perfectly matched the alien melody. The tentacled beings writhed in appreciation, and the security systems remained dormant. "Nice work, Captain," Nova encouraged. "Only 5 more levels to go." As Sarah progressed through the station, she found herself belting out everything from hypersonic operas to quantum rap battles. Each successful performance brought her closer to the malfunctioning core, but also increased the strain on her auto-tune aura. Finally, she reached the central chamber. The quantum harmonizer loomed before her, a massive crystalline structure pulsing with chaotic energy. Discordant notes filled the air, causing visible ripples in the fabric of reality. "This is it, Captain," Aqua's voice crackled through the interference. "You need to sing the universal reset code. It's a medley of every song you've performed so far." Sarah's eyes widened. "All of them? At once? Is that even possible?" "With our auto-tune aura, yes," Nova assured her. "But be warned, the feedback from the harmonizer will be intense. Your suit can only protect you for a short time." Sarah squared her shoulders. "Well, no time like the present for my intergalactic debut. Hit it." As the music started, Sarah threw herself into the performance of a lifetime. Her voice, enhanced by the auto-tune aura, soared through octaves no human had ever reached before. She screeched, wailed, gurgled, and roared, seamlessly transitioning between alien genres in a symphony of cosmic proportions. The quantum harmonizer began to stabilize, its chaotic pulses aligning with Sarah's melody. But as she neared the final notes, her suit's alarms blared. "Captain," Aqua shouted over the cacophony, "the auto-tune aura is failing. You'll have to finish the song on your own." In that moment, as the fate of the sector hung in the balance, Sarah Chen did something she hadn't done since that fateful karaoke night in high school. She closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and just sang. Her natural voice, untouched by alien technology, rang out clear and true. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't auto-tuned, but it was undeniably human. And somehow, against all odds, it was exactly what the quantum harmonizer needed. The crystal structure resonated with her voice, its energy synchronizing with the raw emotion in Sarah's song. With a final triumphant note, the harmonizer reset, and the rift in space-time sealed itself. As silence fell over the cosmic crescendo, Sarah opened her eyes to find herself surrounded by aliens of all shapes and sizes, their appendages raised in what she could only assume was applause. "You did it, Captain." Nova's excited voice came through her earpiece. "The crisis is averted, and you've just given what might be the most unique performance in galactic history." Sarah grinned, taking an exaggerated bow. "All in a day's work for a human peacekeeper. Though I think I'll stick to diplomacy over dividom in the future." As she made her way back to the Star River, Sarah couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. She had saved a sector of the galaxy with karaoke, of all things. If this didn't prove humanity's adaptability and creativity, she didn't know what would. Little did Sarah know, her performance at the cosmic crescendo would soon become the stuff of legend, spreading across the galaxy faster than a catchy pop tune. And with it, the name of humanity would begin to echo through the cosmic airways, heralding the arrival of a species unlike any the universe had ever seen. As the Star Waver prepared to jump to its next destination, Sarah settled into her captain's chair, a smile playing on her lips. So, she asked her AI companions, what impossible, reality-bending crisis are we solving next? Aqua and Nova exchanged a glance, their holographic forms flickering with what could only be described as mischievous anticipation. "Well, Captain," Nova began, "have you ever heard of the Galactic Mini-Golf Championships?" Sarah's laughter echoed through the ship as they jumped to lightspeed, ready for whatever the universe had in store for them next. The Mnemonic Plague. Captain Sarah Chen of the Starweaver slouched in her morphing chair, staring at the holographic display with a mixture of disbelief and amusement. "Okay, run this by me one more time. You're telling me that an entire alien civilization is being memied into oblivion?" Aqua's watery form rippled with concern. "I'm afraid so, Captain. The synaptons, a highly advanced telepathic species, have fallen victim to what we're calling the Mnemonic Plague." Nova's cloud of data points swirled into the shape of a grinning cat. "It appears that their collective consciousness has been infected by an onslaught of Earth memes, corrupting their thought processes and causing widespread chaos." Sarah pinched the bridge of her nose. "And how exactly did Earth memes make it all the way out here? Last I checked, we hadn't even made first contact yet." "That's the most perplexing part," Aqua explained. "It seems a deep space probe from Earth, launched decades ago, recently passed through synaptum space. It contained a time capsule of human culture, including—" "Let me guess," Sarah interjected, "a collection of dank memes from the early 21st century. Nova's form flickered in affirmation. "Precisely. The synaptons' attempts to understand this aspect of human culture have backfired spectacularly." Sarah stood up, pacing the bridge. "So we've got an entire alien civilization thinking in impact font and speaking in outdated references. Fan-freaking-tastic. How are we supposed to fix this?" Aqua projected a map of the synapton homeworld. "We've pinpointed the source of the infection to their central neural hub. If we can reach it and upload a meme antidote, we should be able to purge their collective consciousness." "Great," Sarah muttered. "And I suppose this neural hub is heavily guarded and nearly impossible to reach." Nova's cloud formed into a thumbs up. "You're getting better at predicting these missions, Captain. Indeed, we'll have to navigate through a series of meme-inspired obstacles to reach the hub." Sarah sighed, reaching for her trusty leather jacket. "Well, if we're diving into a sea of outdated internet humor, I might as well dress the part. Let's go save some aliens from death by meme." As the Starweaver entered synapton orbit, Sarah was struck by the bizarre sight below. The once orderly civilization had devolved into chaos. Massive Nyan cats soared through the sky, raining rainbow destruction. Hordes of synaptons Naruto ran through the streets, while others engaged in elaborate Harlem Shake rituals. "Brace yourself, Captain," Aqua warned as they prepared to teleport to the surface. "The meme density is off the charts. Your neural implants should protect you from infection, but the experience will be intense." In a flash of light, Sarah materialized in what once must have been a bustling alien metropolis. Now, it was a nightmare hellscape of living memes. A group of synaptons approached her, their telepathic voices echoing in her mind. "One dewey is not simply okay into TENURAL. Sarah groaned. "Oh boy, here we go. Listen up, you mimetic disasters. I'm here to help, so how about you all just calm down and—" Suddenly, she was cut off by a deafening planet-wide YET. The ground beneath her feet began to shift, and Sarah found herself on a rapidly ascending platform. "What the— Aqua, Nova, what's happening?" Nova's voice crackled through her comms. "It appears the synaptons are yeeting you towards the neural hub, Captain. This could actually work in our favor." As Sarah rocketed upwards, she had to navigate a series of increasingly absurd obstacles. She dodged a swarm of moths attracted to a giant lamp, swung across a chasm using Longcat as a rope, and survived a dabbing competition that nearly dislocated her shoulders. Finally, she reached the entrance to the neural hub, a massive structure shaped like a brain wrapped in a troll face. The doors were guarded by a colossal dode. Much guard, veroi protectit, who. The doge's thoughts boomed in Sarah's mind. Sarah, running on adrenaline and absurdity at this point, struck a pose and declared, I can hayes entranc. The doge's eyes widened. Such PSSWRT. Very impress. The doors swung open. Inside the hub, Sarah faced her final challenge. The central console was surrounded by a sea of keyboard-playing cats, all contributing to the meme madness infecting the planet. Okay, team, Sarah subvocalized to her AI companions. What's the plan? Aqua's voice resonated in her mind. We need to upload the meme antidote, but first, we have to clear out these cats. Nova chimed in, Captain, I believe it's time to fight fire with fire, or in this case, meme with meme. Sarah grinned, an idea forming. I think I know just the thing. Taking a deep breath, Sarah bellowed across the neural hub, Hey CATs, I hears QQMBA. The effect was instantaneous. The keyboard cats scattered in feline terror, leaving the console unguarded. Sarah rushed forward, pulling out a data crystal containing the antidote. All right, let's end this meme-ocalypse, she muttered, inserting the crystal. The hub came to life, screens flickering as the antidote spread through the synaptum collective consciousness. Slowly but surely, the chaos outside began to subside. As Sarah watched the meme infection recede, she couldn't help but laugh. You know, when I signed up to be a galactic peacekeeper, I never imagined I'd be saving a civilization from the dangers of shitposting. Aqua's voice held a note of admiration. Your ability to adapt to even the most absurd situations continues to impress, Captain. Nova added, indeed, your understanding of human internet culture proved crucial in navigating this crisis. Sarah grinned, striking a victory pose. Well, you know what they say, modern problems require modern solutions. As they prepared to return to the Star Weaver, Sarah noticed a small group of synaptons approaching. Their telepathic voices, now free from meme corruption, echoed in her mind. Thank you, human. Your intervention has saved our species from a most embarrassing fate. We owe you a great debt. Sarah waved off their thanks. No need for that. Just doing my job as a galactic peacekeeper. Though, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to a planet-wide ban on the This Is Fine dog. That one always creeped me out. As the Starweaver departed Synapton space, Sarah couldn't help but reflect on the bizarre nature of her latest mission. She had faced down alien armadas, navigated complex diplomatic negotiations, and now saved a civilization from death by meme. You know, she mused of her AI companions, I think we might be witnessing the birth of a new galactic threat. Forget asteroid impacts or gamma-ray bursts. The real danger to advanced civilizations might just be the uncontrolled spread of dank memes. Aqua and Nova exchanged a glance, their holographic forms flickering with what Sarah had come to recognize as their version of laughter. Perhaps, Captain, Nova suggested, we should propose a new intergalactic initiative, the Committee for the Ethical Treatment of Memes, or CETN for short. Sarah chuckled, settling into a captain's chair. Now that's an idea I can get behind. Set a course for the nearest galactic hub. I think it's time humanity made its mark on interstellar meme policy. As the Starweaver jumped to light speed, Sarah couldn't help but wonder what other absurd challenges the universe had in store. But whatever came next, she was ready to face it, armed with advanced alien tech, 2 snarky AI companions, and a repertoire of outdated internet references that had already saved one civilization. The galaxy, it seemed, wasn't ready for the unique problem-solving skills of humanity. But ready or not, here they came, one meme, one impossible mission, one act of ridiculous heroism at a time. The intergalactic influencer incident. Captain Sarah Chen of the Starweaver stared at the holographic display, her expression a mixture of disbelief and exasperation. You've got to be kidding me. An entire star system is about to go to war over social media likes. Aqua's watery form rippled with concern. I'm afraid so, Captain. The situation in the Virolux system has reached critical levels. Nova's cloud of data points formed into a miniature solar system. The 3 inhabited planets of Virolux, Instaglobe, TikTok Prime, and Snapnova, have been locked in an escalating influence war for the past solar cycle. Sarah pinched the bridge of her nose. Okay, walk me through this slowly. How does a social media dispute turn into an interplanetary conflict? It began innocuously enough, Aqua explained. Each planet developed its own social media platform, competing for the attention of the system's inhabitants. But as engagement grew, so did the stakes. Nova continued, the platforms evolved rapidly, integrating advanced AI, augmented reality, and even mild mind control techniques. Citizens became obsessed with gaining followers, likes, and the ever-elusive viral status. Governments soon realized the power of these platforms, Aqua added. They began weaponizing memes, launching disinformation campaigns, and using influencer armies to sway public opinion. Sarah leaned back in her morphing chair. So we've got 3 planets full of alien influencers, all trying to out-viral each other, and it's somehow led to the brink of war. I thought we left this kind of nonsense back on Earth in the 21st century. Unfortunately, Captain, Nova chimed in, it seems some aspects of human culture are universal. The allure of viral fame, apparently, transcends species boundaries. Sarah stood up, pacing the bridge. All right, so what's our play here? I doubt we can just shut down their social media. That'd probably start a revolution. Aqua's form shimmered thoughtfully. We've analyzed the situation, and we believe the best approach is to give them what they want, but on a galactic scale. Come again. Sarah raised an eyebrow. Nova expanded the holographic display, showing a vast network of stars. We propose creating Galactogram, an interstellar social media platform that will make their planetary squabbles seem insignificant by comparison. Sarah's eyes widened. You want to solve an addiction to social media by giving them an even bigger platform. That's like trying to cure a caffeine habit by introducing someone to super coffee. Precisely, Aqua agreed. By expanding their horizons, we hope to shift their focus from interplanetary rivalry to interstellar cooperation. After all, how can one care about planetary likes when they could be the first to go viral across the Milky Way? Sarah couldn't help but laugh. This is either brilliant or completely insane. Possibly both. All right, let's do it. But how do we kick off this galactic Instagram? Nova's cloud formed into a camera. That's where you come in, Captain. We need a star to launch our star-spanning network. And that's how Captain Sarah Chen, galactic peacekeeper and reluctant hero, found herself preparing for her debut as the universe's first interstellar influencer. The Starweaver entered the Virolux system, immediately bombarded by signals from the 3 warring planets. Each tried to pull them into their sphere of influence, promising untold fame and followers. Sarah, decked out in an outfit that somehow combined a spacesuit with the latest alien fashion trends, stood ready in the teleporter room. I can't believe I'm about to do this, she muttered. Remember, Captain, Aqua's voice came through her earpiece, the goal is to unite the system under the banner of Galactogram. Use their own tactics against them. Right, Sarah nodded. Time to influence some influencers. She materialized in the capital of Instaglobe, immediately swarmed by aliens wielding what looked like a bizarre fusion of smartphones and biological appendages. Greetings, Viroluxians, Sarah announced, striking a pose that she hoped looked both authoritative and like-worthy. I'm Captain Sarah Chen, and I'm here to take your influence game intergalactic. The aliens paused, their device appendages whirring in confusion. Sarah seized the moment, activating the holographic projector built into her suit. A massive Galactogram logo appeared above her, shimmering with the light of 1,000 stars. tired of competing for the same old planetary likes. Want to be famous not just in one system, but across the galaxy. Then it's time to join Galactogram, where every post is a star and every follower is light years ahead. The reaction was immediate. The aliens went wild, their devices clicking and flashing as they rushed to be the first to sign up. Sarah grinned, moving through the crowd and demonstrating the features of Galactogram, from real-time universal translation to quantum-entangled instant posting across vast distances. As news of the galactic social network spread, the leaders of TikTok Prime and Snapnova quickly reached out, desperate not to be left behind in this new influencer frontier. Sarah found herself bouncing between planets, hosting impromptu masterclasses on interstellar hashtag strategies and the art of the perfect nebula selfie. Within hours, the entire system was abuzz with Galactogram activity. Former rivals now collaborated on cross-planetary challenge videos, while government propaganda accounts pivoted to promoting their worlds as must-visit destinations for alien tourists. Back on the Star River, Sarah collapsed into her chair, exhausted but victorious. "I can't believe that actually worked," she laughed, scrolling through her Galactogram feed, which already boasted followers from a dozen nearby star systems. Aqua's form shimmered with pride. "Your ability to adapt human social trends to alien cultures is truly remarkable, Captain." Nova added, "Indeed, you've not only averted a war, but potentially revolutionized interstellar communication. The long-term implications of Galactogram could be enormous." Sarah grinned, striking a victory pose for one last post. "Well, I guess that makes me the galaxy's first true influencer. Take that, Kardashians." As the Star River prepared to leave the now peaceful Vorilux system, Sarah couldn't help but reflect on the bizarre turn her life had taken. From lone explorer to galactic peacekeeper, and now intergalactic social media mogul. "You know," she mused of her AI companions, "when I dreamed of making first contact with alien life, I never imagined it would involve teaching them about hashtags and the perfect filter for gas giant selfies." Aqua and Nova exchanged an amused glance. "The universe, it seems, has a sense of humor," Aqua observed. "Speaking of which," Nova chimed in, "you might want to check your latest post, Captain. It seems you've started a trend." Sarah looked at her feed and burst out laughing. Across the galaxy, aliens of all species were attempting to mimic her signature Earth pose, a simple peace sign that was apparently revolutionary to beings with tentacles, multiple limbs, or no arms at all. "Well," Sarah said, settling into her captain's chair with a grin, "I guess peace really is universal, even if it takes the form of a viral selfie trend." As the Starweaver jumped to light speed, Sarah wondered what other uniquely human solutions she'd end up applying to cosmic problems. One thing was certain: the galaxy was in for a wild ride with humanity joining the interstellar community. And somewhere out there, a new crisis was brewing, waiting for the unique touch of Earth's first galactic influencer and her AI crew. But whatever came next, Sarah Chen was ready to face it, one post, one peace sign, and one impossible mission at a time.